Hi, I'm Paqueta12, and today we play with height maps, and we try to build an arch ceiling when two corridors, two cylinders intersect. And yeah, let's see how we do this. So first let's take tube SOP and okay, now if I make radius 0.3 and use a transform SOP, okay, to rotate 90 degrees on z-axis. Okay, now this would be my second corridor. So now let's merge this. And we got a very nice surface, but inside we have to carve this out. And you might go with the SOP context and boolean this, and but the problem, if we check the points, there are not so many points, and it's quite difficult to define the intersection line having only these points. So let's build this with height maps. So I did a tutorial a time ago, and about height maps. I'll put the link in the description below. I'll have it on Facebook. It's quite old, and yeah, you can check that if you want. However, today I want to get into more detail, and so let's try to visualize what height map is. So for this I'll use an UV. So first of all, let's go with a constant chop. Okay, and let's set a resolution here. Okay, 1024, it's good. Okay, now let's take a ramp, okay, and use this resolution. Okay, now I need this to be 32 mono, okay, and I'll use a flip and bottom left, and let's name this x. Actually it's x values here. Here I have y, and we use reorder, sorry. Okay, and here I'll take second input for the green, and let's go here with 32 RG. Okay, and null. I'll name this UV. Okay, and every time I need it, I'll use select, and I'll have it here. So let's take a noise top. Okay, and the same resolution. Okay, also 32 mono. And now I use again an reorder, and I use this noise for a blue channel. the one that I don't have it here. It's only RG. But now I want to say this one, it's RGB, and take the second input. Okay, and now we have a null. And I have a experimental version. I don't know what's up to date in a official release, but yeah, we'll instance some geometry on these points just to see how height maps looks, and we'll use very simple geometry, actually just a box, okay, and we put a transform here, right? Okay, we want this scale to be as small as a pixel, if you want, and so we divide here 1 divided by, oh sorry, okay, and now if we use geometry, so I can use this texture here and take R, G and B. Okay, let's split the screen. Okay. And I have this noisy texture in height map, so I can modify it here, and the amplitude, the offset, everything, okay? And what if I want something more, I don't know, more precise, if you want? And because here I'll take some values, and yeah, you can get very nice curves, and but maybe you want to build something quite precise, like a building facade or something, you know, and then you need a little bit different approach. Okay, so let's change this noise. Let me make this a little bit smaller. Okay, let's change this noise with a ramp. We can copy paste this one. Okay, and let's see what happened. Okay, so yeah, this is a ramp, and what if the ramp is circular? Oh, okay, so this is a cone upside down, right? And this shape here, it's looking like it's a circle, right? But to get from here to a sphere, actually, it's a bit tricky. So I will try to explain you how to do this. Okay, so let's delete this. Okay, and we have this. Oh, actually no. Just Control Z, and I only want to see the UV. Okay. Okay. And here I have a box for every pixel. If I'll multiply here by 0.95, I'll have some gaps in between. So to to get a height map of a sphere, actually we need to check every point here. First, if is inside a particular radius, and then we need to give it a value on z-axis. Actually, we need to lift that point up till it gets to a sphere surface, right? And we can check that condition with the Pythagoras, because first we need to find out the distance from that point to the center of a circle, and that distance, the square of that distance plus square of the height that we need, it's equal with radius square. Okay, and yeah, let's do this. So let's have a constant here. Okay, and this is radius. Okay, and this constant is 32 mono. Okay, the same resolution, and let's see, 0.3. Yeah, okay, and we use another constant, and this one is the center, because we can have that sphere walking along the mouse pointer, or yeah, so it's good to have it like this. So I have a center. My center should have an x and y, so it's RG, 32 RG. Okay, and let's go for let's choose the default center. Okay, so it's 0.5, 0.5. Okay, and now I want to find the distance from any pixel here to this center. So I'll use subtract. Okay, and here I use a mat. Okay, and I'll go square, add root. Okay, I mask alpha channel. Okay, and here it should be 32 mono, and you see now it's looking similar with a ramp, and actually it is a ramp. Since this distance is only cover this 2D plane. Okay, and now we have this radius and we need to find the height. So by applying this formula Pythagoras, we have height, it's equal with root of radius square minus distance square. So let's square the radius. Okay, with mod. Okay, and this, if you go back here, you see we root this to get the distance, but actually we don't need the distance, and we need the distance square. So we can put this on off. Okay, and now I said this one subtract. Okay, and we need a mod. Okay, and here we go root. So now we have a height map of a sphere plus the exterior, which because we did the Pythagora and we find the height for all of the pixels. So now if we want to select them only the inside pixels which define the sphere, we go here with mod and ceiling. Okay, and we can multiply now those two. Okay, so now we have the height map of a sphere. Okay. Okay. And let's see if I'll take this with select. Okay, and I go here, and let's use now reorder. Okay, and second input for blue, and this has to be 32 RGB. Okay, now you see I have a sphere. So this texture contain now quite precise data about my points. So yeah, this is how you build a sphere height map. It's almost it's like SDF, but half of it, right? So yeah, and now for doing the same thing with cylinders, right? We actually need a texture where we have more than 1 0. So let me explain you. If instead here we didn't we get rid of the distance. I want to chain math here, okay, and root only to have that distance back, okay. And in this texture I only have 0 here. All the other points around are distance to that point. So if I want to build some sphere surface like for cylinders, I need a line of zeros, okay. And how we can have a line of zeros? It's very easy with the same ramp. So I'll take this ramp, okay, and let's modify it here, the face 0, 5, okay, and here we go with mirror, okay, not minus 0.5, instead 0.5. Okay, now we have this line with 0, and would be nice to have a cross of zeros. It sounds like we'll get a SDF of a cross. Yeah, we can do this with flip. Okay, and we use composite right here, and not multiply. Instead, I want to make a logical operation in between those two. Let me flip this, okay, in between those two, and go with the minimum distance. So here in composite, I'll take minimum. So now I have a texture which actually it's working like this distance here, right? I have the distances that I need in this texture now. And to make use of this, we need to put it here where we have distance square. So let's go with a math. Okay, like this. And we square. Okay. And now if we put it here, we have an arch ceiling, right? And we can change the radius here. Oh, let me put it here. So radius, okay, 0.325 maybe, and okay. Now, if we change the radius, okay, we have this kind of cellar interior, and it would be nice to make it a little bit higher, so to not have a precise circle. So we can make this by, I don't know, let's go here in where we have this, okay, and if I use a math, and I want to root this value to make them taller a little bit, okay. And now you see it's looking like something wrong with my points, and it's nothing wrong with them. Actually, heightmap, it's only working if you look from above, it contained values on z-axis, so we're looking from here, okay, and here in this texture it's impossible to retain the values here you have on vertical walls. So having the cellar like this, maybe it's useful if you use some instances for bricks, or I don't know, but I want to also have this in Fong. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, what we need grid. Okay, and I don't know now, but in later versions, if I change a value here, for example, all the operators ruled by the parameters in the same place were cooked, and I want a parameter to have the division for this grid right here, and I want this only cook once. So okay, I use another constant. Okay, and let's say grid. Okay, let's go with 512 for now, and okay. And here we use attribute create and compute normals. Okay, okay, and tangents too. And here we use a geometry and a foam material, right? And this one asking for color. Okay, let's I don't know, let's use a noise for the color. So noise, the same resolution. Okay, and yeah, let's have it 32 RGB and color, and I'll scale a little bit, 0.2. Okay, and I put a null here, and now I'll have a color map. Let's make this purple color. So I in this way I know this one it's a map. Okay, so what else? They ask for normal map. Okay, so let's build a normal map out of this height. So I'll use a select. Okay, I take this, and now I use a normal map, right? The reason is gray is because this one has to be RGB. Okay, and now we could, let's put a null. Okay, and make the same color, and here I have a normal map. Enable heightmap. Okay, I have that also, is this one. So okay, and displace vertices, and yeah, let's see if I say take this material now. Okay, I have my my build now. Let's get rid of this. Okay, and here it's looking much better than with the instances, right? Because now the surface it's nice. What is wrong here? The normals. Okay, so this texture here, it should be more I don't know, more colors. So what we can do, I usually don't touch this. It's very good as it is. So I usually use a level here. Okay, and take the clamp off, and I increase the contrast. Okay, now if I take a look here, some color might appear, but then this ugly red and orange. So I go down with 5, is good, and here I use another one. Okay, the same, I take off the clamp, and here I mask the blue channel, and now contrast 10, and now I have a much better texture, right? Anyway, here you need to make a little changes. So I don't need the parallax, because I've noticed it's looking good outside, and then you make use of it, and yeah, in the end we want to see the inside of the cellar. So we take off this, okay, and now we almost good. So let's see what else we can do. First, let's bring it to 0, okay, and yeah, we can increase bump scale, okay, and yeah, it's quite good. And now I would like to have this noise color on a particular surface, and I have that surface. If I use this UV right here with a select, okay, and I also need the height map. Also, I can take this, okay, and reorder. Or I don't have it like this, or all the points. What I want to build now, it's actually what we had for the sphere. So okay, I go here, second input, and RGB. Okay, and what if this noise here, okay, so yeah, I like much better this way of making colors, right? So yeah, you can play with this technique. You can have different geometries. It's working the same. If you go here, let's put a null, okay, and you use a noise. You can noise the build, and let's have it more, okay. It's only taking the color now because yeah, we need to noise here. So okay, since this texture is the 0 line, okay, and okay, like this. So you can play with this, and the boolean operation, it's working nice, okay. Also, if you noise the values after you have the cross, so actually here when you have the height map, not here on a line 0, you can have a different results. So let's change it here, for example. So yeah, you can play with this how you want. Yeah, this was my tutorial. I really hope you like it, and subscribe if you did. Hit the like button, and if you want, you can support me on Patreon, and I'll make these kind of tutorials more often. Thank you so much, and see you in the next one. Bye.